Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here. Hopefully everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. And of course, by the time you'll be seeing this, it's the day after Thanksgiving, so still hope everyone's Thanksgiving was very pleasant and joyful and everyone got to see their families and eat a delicious meal. Okay, this isn't going to be a full review though. I was going to skip my comic review this week, but unfortunately, well, I would say a comic came out this week that I said I was going to talk about, but I didn't realize that came out Thanksgiving week, so when it came out, I figured, okay, I'd do a video about this one comic, but that's about it. I mean, I bought other comics this week, but I don't want to go into a full review. And the one comic is Fantastic Four number 600. What happens in this issue? Well, basically, the one thing that we all expected happened. Apparently, Johnny Storm is alive. And I don't mean he was dead and now they brought him back to life. I mean, apparently he's been back and was trapped in the negative zone ever since Fantastic Four ended months ago. First of all, I think Johnny's death, we should have all realized that, yeah, Johnny's death, he's definitely going to come back soon, and a lot of people did feel like that. Of course, though, eventually I forgot about it once they relaunched the series as FF and put Spider-Man on the team. But, well, what happens in the issue is basically first, the Kree attack Earth, and Reed coordinates the heroes to defend New York City, and while the city's being attacked, Annihilus, the leader of the negative zone, the ruler of the negative zone, has his cult who set up the beacons to open a larger portal to the negative zone. They decide to open their portal ahead of schedule because the city's under attack, and if they didn't act now, then their beacons would have been destroyed. So they get ready to open a portal, and apparently, though, they were going to use the gate from the Baxter building to open a larger portal. And of course, right before, though, some minions of Annihilus are on Earth, so they attack. So they start to attack all the kids in the Future Foundation, but fortunately the kids are able to teleport the entire floor away. And the Fantastic Four I don't think they're in the Baxter building when this happens, because they're somewhere else, and Reed's trying to coordinate all the heroes, and basically he says that, basically Reed notices that the kids have teleported out with the entire floor, and he says Reed says that he has to go and take a look, check to make sure everything's okay, but Spider-Man says, no, wait, you stay here, Reed, I'll go check. And Spidey goes, and he sees that that Annihilus's minions are trying to hack into the negative zone portal. So Spidey beats him up, but unfortunately the portal opens, and it reveals Johnny Storm. And he apparently has Annihilus on some sort of leash, and Johnny is connected to the cosmic control rod, which is somehow embedded on his right arm. And the first thing Johnny says when he sees Spider-Man, he says, "Pete, what are you wearing?" Because he's in his FF costume and stuff. And that was the first story in this issue. The second story is told from Johnny's point of view, from what happened to him after he was trapped in the negative zone from Fantastic Four 587. After Johnny was trapped in the negative zone, he was able to hold off the armies by doing the Nova Flame, but they overpowered him, they killed him, and they brought him back to life. And from then on, for the next couple of months, Johnny has been trapped in the negative zone as a prisoner, and he's been put into some stadium as one of the gladiators that fights for Annihilus's amusement. But eventually, Johnny is able to rally the prisoners together, and create a resistance and attack Annihilus, and he's able to get the cosmic control rod away from Annihilus long enough for him to grab it and take control of the negative zone. And right when that happens, the portal opens to regular Earth. In case you're wondering what the cosmic control rod is, it's basically this it's basically this type of rod that gives whoever wields it immortality and unlimited power. It was first seen when Reed Richards journeyed into the negative zone to get the control rod so that he could give it to Sue when she was going to give birth to Franklin, because Franklin's birth was a little risky and Sue could potentially die, so apparently everything worked out there. And so that's where the story for Fantastic Four leads off, with Johnny back, apparently alive, in the negative zone. And, oh yeah, the rest of this issue, though, it does explain what Franklin's been up to since he discovered his powers are back. He's created a parallel, another universe which he hid in his closet, and he and his friend Leech have been going there so that they both can practice and learn to control their powers, so that basically Franklin, who's with his omnipotence, Franklin's omnipotence and Leech's power nullification, so that Leech can figure out a way to turn it on and off. Not much to go on that, though. And also another story involving the Inhumans. Apparently, when the Supreme Intelligence, the purpose of the Supremer Seed, which resurrected the Supreme Intelligence, was so that it could destroy all the remaining Inhumans completely. And apparently there's some other story with Black Bolt and Medusa meeting on a telepathic plane to discuss the other Inhuman tribes and the other wives, and how Black Bolt now has 4 additional wives. I mean, honestly, this issue is definitely not worth the cover price. Okay, it's $8, $8 for this. And all I'm getting, and really all you're getting with this book is just tons of setup for what's coming. Okay, there's really no conclusions to what started in FF. This is like point 1 for everything Fantastic Four related. Okay, this is the same thing of what point 1 was. Okay, point 1 teased everything of what's to come in the Marvel Universe. Well, this has teased everything that's going on the Fantastic Four franchise, but I believe it costs about $2 more. And here's the thing, though. I really don't care about the Inhumans, alright? I don't. So they should just get rid of that until it's brought up again. Because I mean, it's just ridiculous how it feels like we're having 10 different storylines going on at once. Okay, we've got the Inhumans thing, we've got the Negative Zone thing, and, of course, FF, excuse me. I'm sorry, when I mean FF, I mean the Future Foundation kids, but they're going to have but now FF is going to start to feature the kids of the Future Foundation, while the restarted Fantastic Four series is going to feature the Fantastic Four. And another thing, I really hope Johnny does not come back to the Fantastic Four. Okay, I'm okay with Johnny being alive, I just don't want him back in the team, because right now it works with Spider-Man, okay? I mean, I just like the whole idea that, I mean, come on, Spider-Man's off the main Avengers team, so does that mean they should kick him off the Fantastic Four? No, they shouldn't. Right? He should probably stay on there, because it would be great, and I prefer Spider-Man on the Fantastic Four than Avengers, since he's more close to that team. I mean, it could be possible that Johnny still won't return to Earth because he's become the new king of the Negative Zone, or something, and Spider-Man's still going to return on Fantastic Four. I mean, again, this issue is just setup, okay? Again, we're just getting with setup here. All I can say is that unfortunately though, the return of Johnny Storm does make me want to read the Fantastic Four series. So I'm going to keep getting that, and also I've dropped FF because that is going to feature nothing but the kids from the Future Foundation and Doctor Doom. I should explain that as well. Sorry, I didn't mention it earlier, but still, Doctor Doom has returned to Latveria, and Nathaniel Richards is trying to convince Christoph Von Doom, Doctor Doom's foster son, to let him return as ruler of Latveria. And apparently the next story arc that's going to be featured in the FF series is going to be called All Hope Lies with Doom. So if you want to know about what's going on with Doctor Doom and the Future Foundation kids, you should definitely check out FF. For the Fantastic Four series, it's just probably going to feature these 4, that's all. Again, I can understand how this is a waste, okay? They could have done this really felt more like a .1 issue, which is just really annoying. I mean, it's definitely not worth $8. Okay, if you just feel like if you have like $8 of store credit at your comic book store or something, then yeah. Or if a friend has this, then I'd say borrow it. But I mean, buying the actual comic itself, it's not. I don't think it's worth it. If it's, I mean, $8. Okay, I get that it's the 600th issue. I get that apparently they're also celebrating Fantastic Four's 50 years of the Fantastic Four, but still, $8. I thought Marvel was pushing with the $6 .1 issue, but now $8. Seriously, that's lame, Marvel. That's really really lame. Well, I guess that's all I have to say about Fantastic Four 600. Nothing but setup. It does make me look forward to the rest of the Fantastic Four series. However, it's still not worth the cover price. So, if you want to shell out $8 for it, be my guest. If not, well, you can just borrow it from a friend or check out something online that's going to summarize this. So, that's everything. Again, I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm really thankful for the people who watch these videos, because without you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing it to this day. And I also want to thank my good friends, the comic reviewers who I've become such good friends with on YouTube, the X-Men 14, Toxicity, and of course Dark Avenger C86. Thankful for you guys too. I'm also thankful for my other friends and my family. So happy Thanksgiving, Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.